One important message that I have for all of you folks. I'm a hard believer of not using water to wash your mower deck, all right? And this is the proof of it, all right? I'm going to do a close view of exposed metal parts which are not corroded. So for all you folks there who spend countless hours on rusting their mower deck, then painting it, and then after that, every year they had to do that. Well, for the last 3 years, I think 4 years, I didn't have none of it. So paint it, remove all the rust, paint it, then put fiberglass, repaint it, and put roof tar like I have here. And that's it, folks. It's simple as that, and this is a living proof. Good day, gentlemen and ladies. As you can see behind me, my grass is very green. I did the spring fertilizer treatment and it's growing quite good. However, well, we had snow last night. Yes, it went down to 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, and for momentarily it was snowing. We were supposed to receive snow around 12, but the temperature will warm up to 6. So that's why you see me wearing my toque. So the subject of my video will be the total maintenance of my John Deere lawn garden tractor. All right, so stick around. Cheers. All right, so my John Deere, it's a LA 135 SE Special Edition. So I'm going to do a complete maintenance, and I'm going to do an update about the mower deck protection that I installed, that I've done 3 years ago. 3 years ago, and it's a very popular video. I think it's my second best video, like since I started doing videos in 2019, spring 2019. And I'm gonna remove the mower deck, show it to you. All right, so before that, I'm gonna show my tractor, various items outside to make space to do the total maintenance. So you're going to see that. All right, so stick around. Cheers. So I just warm up the engine, and just a little bit of history about my John Deere LA 135 SE edition is the engine has 473 hours of very nice work with it. I had the carburetor, it's a double body carburetor because it's a twin piston, so there's two entryways of a double body carburetor. It has been changed. I have also a complete rebuild of the HST transmission. The main reason is why it was rebuilt, because I was very high demand on when I was living on the Chiffon Mountain, so I had a lot of steep angle, and I had it rebuilt basically to change all some piston pump on the HST transmission, and also on the pumping and the motor pump. There's many videos how HST transmission work, and I had 2 piston spring broken. I had also because of the spring part was running around, so the piston on the flat surface was grooved, so I had to redone by a specialist machinist who also installed a filter. So that HST transmission, I can change the oil onto it. I changed the oil with synthetic oil as per Turf Talk recommend. However, John Deere put mineral oil, which is not good. After let's say it worked very good for between 2 to 5 years, but after that, please do remove the cover, change the oil. It's worth it. Your oil will be black. Mineral oil is not good after 2 years, I can tell you that. So putting synthetic oil is doing very well. And each year that I change my oil, the type of filter that is installed, and the Turf Talk company sell that kit. You can do it yourself very easily. All right. Now, so what I'm going to do is remove the mower deck. All right. And then we'll inspect it, and I will comment about my mower deck modification that I don't have. I just have to clean it. I don't have to paint anymore because it's not rusted. I have epoxy coat. What I've done, I paint it, then I epoxy the entire underbody of the mower deck. Then I put roof tar above it, and that roof tar basically protect against rocks, flying rocks. And if it goes through that with wear and tear, then the fiberglass, the epoxy fiberglass, will protect it. And the paint, well, is for protection, all right? I just have to do sometimes some touch-up, as you're going probably to witness or see when I remove the mower deck. So enough talking, let's remove the mower deck. All the instruction how to remove it is in the owner manual operator of the John Deere. And John Deere does make very good books. Please do take the time to read it. It's very worth it. They do step-by-step removal. It's like my 2-steel MS250 chainsaw. It's worth it to read the manual. Now the two chainsaws are cleaned, are ready to rock and roll, especially my new one. I really like it. All right, on all mower decks, since their attachment, what I mean by attachment, what hold the mower deck in place. In the case of the John Deere, there's a flat steel bar in the front and the rear attachment which lift or lower the mower deck. On John Deere, double check the attachment when I'm pointing at. Make sure it's not cracked, it's in good condition. Take a good look at the nylon nut, all right? And also, I'm going to show you that later on where they are attached on the mower deck. In my case, about 8 years ago, yes, before I was doing videos, the mower deck's attachment were cracked. All right, so do take the time to inspect the attachment which holding the mower deck in place on your tractor frame or wherever it is attached. It's a good time, since you're under there, to take a look at the strap who will make the mower deck moving, the pulley and everything for the normal wear and tear. In my case, I already changed once that part here I'm pointing at because of the normal wear. You can see some wear there, you know, the top portion of that right there. All right, I hope you're able to see that. But other than that, that's it. So I'm just gonna pull out the mower deck and show you underneath. Okay, stick around. Folks, just hold on. The camera is too high. All right, so I'm just gonna show you that in detail. I hope you're able to see me. So do an inspection. This is the steel bar I was talking about. So these flex, all right, the attachment of the mower deck. There is a front steel rod here. That's always stay on the tractor if you like, but do inspect that. The upper and lower portion, that's where they are attached, and that at one point it was broken, completely cracked. So I did some reinforcing welding, all right? On this one, I don't know why it was subject to crack. This one, I only did a bed on each side, it was good. What you want to check, it's the when the pressure is applied like this, you see the moving part here, all right? This is the brake to stop the pulley, the cutting blade. You want to check if the mechanism is working good. I'm just gonna do a better close-up for you folks. There's a spring here where the cable goes there. And what it does is basically bring the pulley like this and create a tension, all right? And that start the pulley to engage in the cutter blade. When that is released, the brakes here, look at the mechanism. I'm just gonna going on the other side to activate, simulate the tension. So the tension get pulled and the brake get released there and there. So look at it. I'm just gonna put my arm. See the brake there? You want to make sure that it works. So your cutting blade, for safety reasons, stop once the pressure is released. So you have to make sure that here everything is tight. All the link kit are working pretty good. All right. I'm just gonna try to simulate that. All right. So you have to make sure it's very well clean. So I'm gonna clean that. I'm gonna clean also the tension here. All right, there's a spring where I'm pointed right there, and also right there. Better hand angle. Right there, and right under here. All right, so you want to make sure you inspect. You also check the hiding pulley right there. It's not a tensioner, but it's making sure it's there. Same thing in here. So you do inspect that. All right. Now the other side, that's where people are interested. See, the only thing I have to do, I'm just gonna scrape it off. I'm gonna show you. See, this is the tar left. I'm just gonna remove it, and I'm going to. Of course, there's no corrosion. I've got some paint showing in there though, so they must have hit the rocket. So let me clean that, and let's see how's the condition under the mower deck. All right, stick around. All right, folks, 5 minutes later, with a little scraper, very easy on it, and an nylon brush, so I don't cause corrosion removing paints or stuff like that, or tar. And there you have it. One important message that I have for all of you folks. I'm a hard believer of not using water to wash your mower deck, all right? And this is the proof of it, all right? I'm going to do a close view of exposed metal parts which are not corroded. Last summer, we had a wet spring like we have, and then many times that I had to cut my grass as it was wet. What I've done, instead of washing it, I use my compressed air blower, my compressor air hose, to blow under the deck to remove all the wet part, and that's it. I bring it inside the garage, and that was it, all right, for all the summer, all right. What happened is the juice coming from the grass is acid, all right. In contact with water, it's corrosive material. So for all you folks there who spend countless hours on rusting their mower deck, then painting it, and then after that, every year they had to do that. Well, for the last 3 years, I think 4 years, I didn't have none of it. The only thing I'm going to do is just put tar, or perhaps some thicker material. I'm going to put tar over it, and that's it. Not even 5 minutes. I'm going to remove my blade to sharpen it, to clean it, and reinstall it, and that's it. Can you believe the amount of time that I'm saving in paint? Yes, it's expensive. Epoxy cost me about, I believe it's around $20 or maybe $25 of epoxy, and then the cloth material. There's a kit to sell. It's Bundle at Canadian Tire. I've got the box up there, but it's a complete kit. So paint it, remove all the rust, paint it, then put fiberglass, repaint it, and put roof tar like I have here. And that's it, folks. It's simple as that, and this is a living proof. And the grass, I have no mildew, no fungus growing during the winter time or during the summer. Everything is bone dry because I was just using, well, common sense. And yes, John Deere, they were in the field using washing, stuff like that. The guy who promote in BC, he's a good guy, Steve, I think his name. But in our climate up here, well, I don't know. For me, it's just common sense. And I know John from Readable will do is having the same thinking about me using hair dryer. All right, use a hair blower, a compressor, and just clean your mower deck like that. So now the other important thing, it's about greasing. So stick around. I'm just gonna put some tar right now, clean up my little pile of dry mess, and I will be back with you. All right, stick around. Well, I promise you a close view. So there's metal part exposed right there. I've got also there. This is at the exit. So the speed is quite high there. Look around here. This is metal right there. There's no corrosion whatsoever. Look at there, right there. I have another place there. And of course, this is where the stuff coming out. I have a mulcher kit installed, right? But still, it's not protected by that, but it's still gonna go. I've got here, no corrosion. Right there. All right, shiny part. No, it's paint, sorry about that. There's another part there. No corrosion whatsoever. This is the exit port of the water, which is blocked because of my tar. No corrosion whatsoever. Look at the blade. I've got no corrosion. So I hope that is a good proof of many years of using, about 3 years. Well, it's not many, but still 3 years. Bone dry. All right, no corrosion. That's fixed. The only thing I have to do is just put a little bit, maybe a cup of tar at those patches that I show you, and that's it. Now, time to remove the cutting blade and sharpening. All right, stick around. All right. So, you can see super roof, super roof repair, red as you see right there. All right. So I got my stick there. I'm just gonna take. Start to get the ground. And I'm just going to apply where did I show you with the camera right over the place where it was uncovered. And I do have rocks, by the way. And this is the best protection you can put on your mower deck. After it gets painted, remove all the rust first. It acts like a shock absorber, basically. Of course, this part, the bar there, it's always gonna rub on the grass. But I still poking it. Still gonna be exposed of the rocks. Then it's going to be throwing by the cutting blade. And yeah. There's another place right there. And the reason why I'm doing that live, I just want to show it to you, and it doesn't all the time that I'm saving by just putting the tar and clean it first, yes, to do a visual inspection, and then show it to you how much really good time it takes for me. Now bear in mind it's cold in my garage. It's only 12 degrees Celsius, so that's why the tar is kind of hard. It's not like a hot summer bikini short skirt lady temperature, but it does the trick. All right. You have another place? Yeah, right there. 2 more places to do. And that will be it. And I put stick material so I know it's gonna get hit. If it hit once, it's gonna get hit at the same place. Usually. Most of the time. All right. Oh, got a little place right there. there you have it, folks. Live. And that's it. No corrosion to grind, no paint to repaint, just put that stuff and you're in business. Alright, so now I'm gonna remove the blades and let's sharpen it. Stick around. Easy to understand how to remove it. There's many videos on how to sharp blade. In my case, I'm using a angle grinder, which is right there. Mine is a Bosch, all right, that I bought at the BMR, all right. I think it was more Potvin Bouchard, but it's the equivalent of BMR. All right, and the most important thing is sharp is very important, but you don't need to make like a razor sharp. You need to have a proper angle so it will resist over the wear and tear during the summer. Okay. Of course, I don't have a 1.5 acre of grass to cut like I used to have. Matter of fact, after 30 minutes, it's all done. The important thing is, yeah, make it sharp. All right, there's many videos what's the proper angle to make it to make the cut. All right, so the basic idea is this angle there. It's to meant to propel the grass away. Now this blade is I forget, it's a mulching kit blade. All right, so it cut first and then you recycle it, cut it there another time, and it stay under the mower deck. So I never, and that's another saving time also, is the grass that I cut, it's cut many times, and yes, it's not as fast, but in case it's helping the grass to grow better with it keep the humidity level higher on the ground. So yeah, so use the way to cut it. Now after it's been sharp on each side, only thing I do, like we do on propeller, there's various way to balance. You can put it like this and balance it, but in my case there's always a hole where you just have to put the blade, and if it goes on one side, this means that one, it's quite level right now, but I can see that one is a bit heavier than the other side. But again, I didn't clean the blade, so probably the grass stuck in there, because like I told you, it was so wet last summer, the grass was stucking. So, but that's why it's important to hair dry your mower deck after you're done with the compressor, or I use my steel blower once a while. All right, so let's do that, and that's how I balance my blades, my cutting blades, by just using, there's always one of those notches. This one isn't made, but there's always one notch then to make your blade balance. All right, so I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna clean it first, and then we'll see about that. So stick around. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna do the other blade. So stick around. Yeah, you don't want to have it too sharp because it will, like I told you, when it hit a rock will hit, it will not too easy. You have some resistance, but yeah. So I'm going to do the other blades. Stick around. One important subject I like to talk about is when you're using a angle grinder for sharpening your blades. You don't want any blue color, all right? What you want to do is it remains like, I don't know, like shiny part. If you have a blue color, I'm trying to find, oh yes, it's gonna be tough to see, but right there, I hope the light shows. If you're grinding, there's a blue color showing where you're grinding, that means you reach a high temperature and you're weakening the steel. So try to have like, just do a smooth movement, not too fast, not too slow, so it will cause a burn, but the perfect angle. That's why you need some training to do that. Or you can do like the whole way with a file, but as you see, it's working just fine. All right, this is an important message. You want to keep the structural integrity of your cutting blade. The cutting blade steel is made to bend. So it's never gonna break like a hardened steel will do. It's meant to bend, so just bear in mind about that. All right, cheers. You do have to make sure that your blade are very well torqued, and using a small block like that does the trick. All right, so let's talk about greasing. I made a video about the spindles bearings which are on this mower deck and many mower decks, all right? And if I do remember, those two videos are very popular. It's explaining to you then the upper and lower bearing who hold the spindle cutting blade, which the cutting blade are installed. Well, those two bearings are sealed. All right, so it was a nonsense to install a grease zerk on the spindle because the grease was not greasing the bearing. The only thing it was doing basically is remove water out of the spindles. Now Steve, I forget the name of his channel, which I agree with him and ask him in kindly if I can use his ID, is the one side of the bearing has got a plastic cover, the other side is a steel cover. Remove the plastic cover of both bearing and face them inward so the grease will grease these bearings, all right? Because before I've done that, when I was in Shefford, I had to change these bearings every 3 years. And once I've done that since 2019 or 1920 when I did the 1920 2020 when I've done this video, I never changed the bearing since then. All right, so that's another proof that after almost 5 years it still does the trick. However, like my good friend Joe from Steel to Wood, don't put too much grease because grease can burn bearings. All right, and use the proper grease. I use synthetic. high viscosity grease. You can find that in any place where they find you can find grease. Here, that locking mechanism is a pretty good idea. Just gonna look on the other side if the grease is coming out. No, I still have to pump a little bit. There you go. As soon as the grease starts to come out just a little bit, that's it, stop. I'm going to use the other side. Alright, so, oh man, you didn't see that. Sorry about that. So basically, it's the best time to grease your mower deck, especially when you have stuff going place. With a flexible hose, you're in business. I'm just gonna go on the other side to see if the grease is coming out. Not yet. Usually I put almost 15 stroke. There we go. And voila! Just to show you a close view on the other side. See the grease a little bit, I wait a little bit too much there, but this is how you want it, alright? One thing I forget to mention, when you remove your cutting blade, do clean around the spindle, especially with for the notch for the cutting blade, so it get easier, all right, to install the cutting blade. All right, so we did the inspection of the mower deck, we greased it, we sharpened the blade, they are installed. Don't forget to align the cutting blade, it's important for the mulching action. We did inspect on the other side. I just have to clean with a rag all the dust. And that's it. You don't oil these because oil will attract dirt, like my good friend Brian from Retire for Life. I agree entirely with that because oil will attract and grease will attract dirt and it will definitely not help. All right. And after that, I'm just gonna, before I install it, I'm gonna attack the oil change. So stick around. Yes, folks. I wax my mower deck with the Super Hard Shell Turtle Wax. That's a good way to protect against corrosion, and also, you know, I show my pride about my famous world pattern, yellow and black stripe, or black and yellow stripes, whatever you call it, alright? So I use that. The reason why I say it's since the wax, it's a smooth surface, the grass won't, if the grass is wet, dry, but if it's wet, oh well, that's another ball game. But it's still, it's a good way also to, and by the way, these mower decks are almost $1,000 Canadian, so yeah, you want it to last a very long time. All right, so stick around. So we have a nice shining mowing deck ready to get installed and fully wax. All right, so let's attack the oil change on the John Deere LA 135 SE edition, special edition. Yes, oil change. Cheers. That oil cap that I'm pointing there, I always put a tie wrap above it so it lock in place, so the mechanism there, it doesn't turn and remove the thing loose. All right, just before we remove it, I'm putting a plastic cap under here. It's tight. So I need to adjust it properly so the oil flow will go right in there. All right, then I use a little pipe wrench, but not a pipe wrench, but an adjustable wrench. Just try to remove it because sometimes the suction is right there and it's not easy sometimes. Just try to remove it. There we go. So I just point it like that. All right, it started. Then I remove the dipstick so the air is venting. All right, this is my little trick. So the oil is going there, not oiling under. It's a really nice, easy setup. And don't forget, remove the oil stick out of there, and that way the air enter the engine and then oil is dropping. All right, while I'm going that, I'm gonna take care of the air filter. All right, so stick around. All right, so the air filter, right here in front. Perfect. All right, compartment's pretty clean. Why is that? Is because I'm cleaning often with the hair blower. I'm just gonna take off the air filter there. I mean, wow. It was such a humid summer that we had last summer, so basically I have no dirt. Look at that. Just to explain you. And of course, this had some dust. And that I'm just gonna use a normal blowing air. Pretty good, eh? Because usually it's way more dusty than that, but last summer it was very wet, and we're about to have, I guess, the same summer because we have a, oh boy, not a good spring to do that right now. Yes, the snow is melted, the green is grass, yes, don't get me wrong, but oof, no sun. I just passed a air pressure in there. No, that would be money not well spent, just replacing. Just put it the filter there. I didn't even blow the air because look at that, like it's not even dirty. Yeah, not even. I mean, wow. And trust me, I cut a lot of grass last year. Yes. All right. Now I already oiled these bushing, brass bushing for there. And I'm just going to reinstall it like this. And after that, I'm just gonna check the spark plugs, how they're doing. So stick around. Not too tight, all right? Just snug. The vibration will keep them tight. It's strange. Some vibration will tighten bolts. Well, I can guarantee that. It does. All right, so I'm gonna take the spark plug. All right, so the spark plug on that side. See how it does. Perfect. All right. All right, look at that. Very nice chocolate brown. The gap is good. I'm not even gonna check it. Very good gap. Spark plug is pretty good for me, so let's reinstall it. Oop. That's it. Let's do the other side. Oh boy. Yeah, that way a little bit too tight. Definitely. All right. Wow. Look at that. Brown. Chocolate brown, no black. And I remember last year I did adjust the valve, so it did a good job. So I had no backfire after that. I had some backfire previous summer, but now I can see that I am in business. So let's reinstall it. No way to, no sense to adjust the valve. So but a little bit less tight, because just all right. So we changed the filter, we checked the filter, we checked the spark plug color are good. I did a good engine inspection. I'm on all the governor rods, which are in front and here. I'm gonna show you that in detail. Everything is in there. I mean, the carburetor is there, the kitting switch, all the wire, everything is clean. There's no nest. All right, so everything is clean there. So now, once the engine is empty, I'm gonna remove the oil filter, which a oil filter proper tool, which Luke from my Orange is my new green, which Luke will resume making videos when this project is almost finished. It's a big project, trust me. So stick around. Yes, the oil, it's recorded according to the owner manual, is 10W30. In my case, I'm using 10W30 synthetic oil, and this month at Kensington it was in special, so it's SE 10W30 right there, castor oil. And I do use that oil for my this one requires 2 liter of oil. I use that oil also for which gas engine I have. I've got my compressor, but this is store long-term storage. Pressure washer engine, a Honda engine on it, but it's long-term storage. But sorry about that. I have a blank. Where did I use that oil though? That's only a gas engine I have, I think of. All right, what's going on, Dave? I'm losing it. Ah! All right, stick around. Cheers. Yes, I always use a genuine part from either Brilliant Stratton or in this case John Deere. John Deere is right on my way when I come from work or when I'm going to work, so it's easier for me instead of going at Canadian Tower buying for the just gonna try the OHV 22 gross HP. All right, and it's high performance technology G4 crankshaft. Right, it's a great V twin engine. Except the problem I had with the carburetor on it, which I kept, which I discovered it was probably just a normal cleaning, but yeah, great engine. The electric starting working very good. It's a good review. I already checked the battery, by the way, in the back. All right, already put it in charge. Already checked the liquid. All right, so as you can see, the oil is finishing to drip. So what I'm going to do is just reinstall the cap like this. I'm going to remove the plastic that underneath. So I'm going to remove the my oil system, removal system right there. Then what I do, as you can see, I'm going to lock it in place. Make sure it's well clean. All right, and I just put a simple tie wrap all around like this to lock it in place. It's a, let's say, it's a insurance to make sure that this I'm not gonna lose the oil cap. So it's locked, it's that attached in place, and it's a great way to attach it. So yeah. All right, so let's remove the oil filter on the other side. So same principle, I put my plastic cover under here. Then I'm gonna take the nice adapter, oil removal tool, so that way. Oh boy, that thing is bone dry there. Tabarouette! Do I have the right one? Just hold on. Okay, I think I had 2 of these, huh? Yeah, all right. Oh my goodness. It's bone dry there. And trust me, yeah, I'm all right. Holy smoke. That thing was hard. Whew. All right, let's put the oil filter, the little drip tray. Woohoo! So it was worth it to have. My goodness. There we go. So I'm just gonna make sure that that's always happening. Oh, am I a bad boy? It's too high, so the oil went in the back. Oh well, that's life. Let's put the new filter now. All right, so I'm gonna plenty lube. This definitely was too dry for some reason. Plenty of oil. Let's reinstall it. Just gonna remove that for now. And definitely just and tight. And that's what I've done last year, but remove my mess. Oof. Yeah. That's life. I'm just gonna do like untight. That's it. Clean up all around. Oil is a good cleaner too, so definitely worth it. The filter you see here, the gas filter, I don't have one yet. I'm gonna buy, but it's still working very good. Now I'm gonna sponge my oil on the ground like so, and then leave it like this. All right. So now I'm gonna replenish, so stick around. Right on the mark. All right, everything is clean. I have nothing around. I'm just going to do a small engine start. Pretty good start, eh? That's a probably a good fine adjustment that I've done. All right, last year. Well, right on the money. Wow. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the shining is right between the 2 holes. That's what you like. All right. Later on this summer, I may add a little, maybe half a cup of oil is missing, but right now I'm happy. All right. Now let's do the greasing. Now the greasing for the tractor There's the wheel here, and trust me, it doesn't take too much because I keep them greasy. There's also the wheel under here, right? And it's tough to see. I'm gonna try to have a better angle. I don't know if you can see the shiny part in here. All right. And that, there we go. Doesn't take too much. Let's do the other side. Let's do that part here. Oh, that's it. Doesn't take too much. And the wheel on that side. Where's... Ah, I'm lucky. It's at the top too. That was not the... All right. There we go. And there's one which is tough going. It's right under the tractor, right in here. This is the toughest place to do the greasing on that tractor, is that. Sorry about my greasy hands. Boy, is it worth it for you folks to see that? I don't think so, but because of that boat there is always on the way. Trust me, if I had the one of those engineers in front of me, you would have a hard time. No, that thing is locked in place. You know what? Puck it. Basically, that grease nut is for the balancing on each side. And I know I greased it last year pretty good. I have to lift the tractor. I have to bend that front plate. And now it's tough going. Anyway, that's the only thing. So stick around. Alright, so I'm about to throw the mower deck under the tractor, the lawn garden tractor. And also throw the hood over it. Alright folks, so what I'm going to do is just throw a light coat of wax over the tractor, so stick around. Alright folks, so the tractor has been waxed. Tire piercer check, oil change, air filter check, mower deck check, rotating cutting blade sharpened, grease, wheel bearings, bushing greased, steering greased. The only thing I didn't change is the fuel filter. That will be sometime when I pass in front. I completely forgot about that. Let's do a first test. All right, so I'm gonna open the garage door. So let's do a front cutting grass checkup. same condition that I had my grass cut last year. Light drizzle, sometimes rain, grass sticking on the tractor, and you see what I'm doing with my hair blows. All right. There you have it. So it passed the test with flying colors. Just using normal air pressure, it will do a nice cleanup. Yes, I have some still grass, wet grass stick, but the important thing is maintenance and not expose your tractor too much to moisture and dry it after, and you have a mower deck like me, like my John Deere Lawn Mower LA 135 SE. All right. Of course, I'm just gonna do a little bit more on the mower deck because it was sticking. All right. Now, take care of yourself. Remember, life is very good. Thank you very kindly for you folks who stick around at the end of my video. And life is good. Let's share information between all of us. I mean, we're all learning. I learn a lot of stuff, like the bearings from Steve. I know he's a Canadian living in BC, British Columbia, but I forgot the name. But yes, and other channel like my good friend Joe from Still to Wood and stuff like that. So, thank you very kindly. Remember, life is good. Take care of yourself. All right. Cheers.